Full time at Vicarage Road. The Premier League is back, and Arsenal are back in their own inimitable style, throwing away a lead at Watford to lose 2-1. It is the Hornets who go into the Champions League places instead of Arsenal. What to say? Well, look, I think that I imagine a lot of the papers tomorrow will lead with the fact that Arsenal struggle without Ozil and Alexis. Both men were absent from the first team. Ozil on the bench, Alexis not in the squad, nor was Aaron Ramsey. But actually, I think it was a decent Arsenal team out there. You know, Iwobi, Welbeck and Lacazette is a capable front three. They did well against Chelsea in the Community Shield. Iwobi's in terrific form. Welbeck was prior to his previous injury. So I was relatively optimistic with that lineup. And I guess if you're looking for signs of progress, we did at least score an away goal this time. Granit Xhaka, who I thought had a very mixed game with a very good corner, and Per Mertesacker being marked by Tom Cleverley, powered it into the net from close range. Gomez had absolutely no chance. We weren't great in the first half, but we weren't awful either. Watford had offered no real attacking threat whatsoever until the second half. And until the introduction of Troy Deeney. And as soon as he came on, you suspected it was going to give Arsenal problems. We actually went up the other end of the field and had a chance to score straight away. Ozil had come off of Welbeck, who appears to have another muscle injury. The guy can't catch a break. You do fear for him, especially because he seems to be one of the men who Arsene Wenger is looking to rely on in what is moving into the post-Ozil and Alexis era. I think Welbeck's a guy who he wants to use more and more. Can't stay fit. And maybe that means he's not the guy that you should be leaning on in those circumstances. Anyhow, Ozil came off the bench for him, and when he was fouled by Iwobi, he was absolutely clear through on goal. Look, he should have scored. You can't make any excuses for him. And when he missed that chance, I'm sure you all at home thought the same thing. Oh, that's a big moment, because he scores, he kills the game. Instead, Watford go up the other end. Richarlison dives. You know, there's no doubt about that. He went into a one-on-one with Bellerin, knocked the ball beyond him, and went to ground. Graham Poll was on BT Sport saying he thinks it was a dive. Richarlison should get a 2-game ban. Maybe he will, but a retrospective ban for the player does nothing about what happened in the dynamic of the game. It was a clear dive, and it changed the course of the match. I think that nevertheless, that doesn't excuse the way Arsenal responded to that, and we were really a mess from that point on. And if one side was going to win it, it was always going to be Watford. I think that's partly because, you know, we brought Ozil on and then we brought Giroud on, and that's just not a combination that makes us very dynamic going forward. Lacazette had a good first half, less good in the second. But yeah, there's just something uninspiring about Giroud coming on at the moment. You know, I know he's such a great sub last season, but I think we have to be playing a particular way to get the best out of him, and we weren't doing that in this game. Then Jack Wilshere was going to come on, and that change had to be scrapped. Laurent Koscielny's Achilles played up. Instead, we got Rob Holding on. So that messed with us too, losing a member of our back three. That's the problem that's going to be ongoing. Koscielny's Achilles is a mess, and we need to find a way to deal with that. Maybe he wasn't fit enough to be out there today. And that's something that Arsene Wenger has to take responsibility for. Anyway, Watford got the goal in the end. I don't think it was offside. I've seen suggestions. I'd need to see it again. Cleverley, who failed to mark Mertesacker adequately on our opening goal, tuck it into the net after a real scramble, to be honest. But we just didn't deal with Deeney. We didn't deal with Doucouré, the power of him midfield. We didn't deal with Watford when they went more direct. And it's frustrating, it's disappointing, but I can't say I'm that surprised to lose at Watford. I mean, yes, they're above us in the league. I don't think they're a better team than us, but you know, they're. I mean, our form on the road is just appalling, and we've got results like this in our locker, and we will do it again and again. You know, it's not the same shock as if a Man City lose, or a Man United lose, or even a Chelsea losing at Palace. This isn't a result that stands alongside that one as a shock. Chelsea losing 2-1 to Crystal Palace, that is quite staggering. Us losing at an informed Watford, we're growing used to it. And that's the worry. A really disappointing day. I probably don't really want to talk about it anymore, but thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.